Talk about an idea that might just flip what you think you know about money on its head. It turns out, when it comes to building wealth, how you act is way more important than how smart you are. So let's just jump right in with a question I'm sure you've asked yourself. How is it that some people pulling in huge salaries are totally broke, while other folks making way less end up as millionaires? I mean, seriously, what's going on there? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, and it's the whole point of what we're talking about today. Money isn't about math. It's not some rigid science with fixed laws. Nope, it's all about behavior. It's psychology. It's about our emotions, our biases, our bad habits. That's the stuff that really matters. Okay, so first up, let's get into a couple of powerful forces that are always at play, whether we see them or not. You've got these two things, luck and risk. And honestly, they're like two sides of the exact same coin. When we see someone who's super successful, our first thought is, wow, they're a genius, they must have worked so hard. And sure, maybe they did. But luck, just being in the right place at the right time, plays a huge part. And the flip side is risk. When someone fails, it's so easy for us to think, what an idiot. But a lot of the time, it's not stupidity. They just got unlucky. And this is so important. It's why you have to be super careful about who you try to copy. Their incredible success story might be a one in a million lucky break that you just can't repeat. So, what's the lesson here? Don't focus on copying specific people. Focus on the big, timeless rules of money instead. All right, let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle. And this one is probably the most powerful force in all of finance. We're talking about compounding. So, how do you really build wealth? You can forget about trying to find the next hot stock or timing the market perfectly. It just doesn't work. The real formula is almost kind of boringly simple. You just need three things. One, a little bit of money to start. Two, you invest it consistently, like clockwork. And three, the magic ingredient. You give it a ton of time. And look at this. This chart shows it all. After 5 years, yeah, you've got some growth. It's fine. After 15 years, okay, now we're talking. That's pretty impressive. But look at that last jump from year 15 to year 30. It's explosive. It basically goes vertical. That is the magic of compounding. Your money isn't just adding up, it starts multiplying on itself. But you have to stay in the game long enough for that magic to kick in. Now, all this might sound like a nice theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you an incredible true story that proves it. Let's talk about the $8 million janitor. Yes, this is a real guy. His name was Ronald Reed. And for his entire life, he worked as a janitor and a gas station attendant. To everyone who knew him, he was just a simple, quiet guy. They probably even felt a little sorry for him. But what they didn't know was that he was sitting on a massive secret. So how on earth did he do it? It was his behavior, plain and simple. He lived this incredibly frugal life. No fancy stuff, no showing off, nothing. He just saved every little bit he could from his modest paychecks. And then he took that money and put it into good, solid stocks, and then he just left it alone for decades. So when he finally passed away at the age of 92, the secret came out, and people were just floored. His net worth, $8 million. Just let that sink in for a second. A janitor built a fortune that most high-powered executives can only dream of. And that's the whole point of his story, right? It had nothing to do with how much money he made. It was all about how much he saved. It was about his patience, his discipline. It was 100% about his behavior. Okay, so we've seen how to build wealth. But why? I mean, what's it all for? This next part is going to reframe how you think about the whole goal of having money in the first place. Listen, true wealth is not about a Lamborghini or a giant house. The single greatest thing that money can buy you is control over your own time. It's freedom. The ability to wake up in the morning without an alarm clock and just say, you know what, I'm going to do whatever I want today. That is the real prize. All right, let's wrap this all up. Let's put together a simple, actionable playbook. This is the stuff you can literally start doing right now to make this all work for you. And it really is this simple. Let's look at the do's. Save your money. Consistently. I don't care if it's a little or a lot, just do it. Invest for the long haul, and don't panic when the market gets crazy. And stay humble. Remember that luck and risk are always out there. Now for the don'ts. Please, stop chasing those get-rich-quick schemes. They don't exist. Stop comparing yourself to what you see on social media. It's not real. And don't do anything reckless that could get you wiped out of the game completely. Look, if there is only one thing you take away from all this, make it this. It's not about how much you make, it's about how you behave. That's it. Your habits, your patience, your discipline, that's what's going to decide your financial future. So, I'll just leave you with this question. Since mastering your behavior is the real key to mastering your money, what's the one small behavior you're going to change starting today?